Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. I'm here with my friend Jeanette.
Hi!
She's a makeup artist here in Westchester, New York, and she's going to be doing my makeup as a bride since it's bridal season.
Isn't she so pretty?
Oh, thank you. So make sure to follow her on Instagram if you want her to do your makeup, and let's go ahead and get started with the video.
Cool. Alright. So your face is already perfected with your skincare and all that good stuff. Awesome. So I'm going to start with a primer. Do you know what primer is for?
Yes, it's to prolong the wear of the eyeshadow.
Look at you, girl. Yes, and it also helps with pigmentation of the shadow too. Good. I like using clear primers because it doesn't interfere with the colors that I'm going to use. Look up, please. Perfect. And I like to put it a little bit down here, just so that the liner that I'll put down there doesn't smudge. So now brides usually want more of a like their look but better type of makeup
So they want to be like natural, but they want
that extra oomph for their day, you know? So that's my goal. My goal is never to change what they usually do. We never try anything different. So let's say they never wear a winged liner on their daily basis. We're not going to try a winged liner on their wedding day, because 60 years from now, 30 years from now, when they look back at their pictures, I don't want them to say, oh, this is so unlike me on my big day. So
do you do though like a cat eye?
Yeah, if they're more daring on their daily basis, most definitely. Why not? But let's say someone who has never worn makeup before is all of a sudden a cat eye on their wedding day. During their trial, we can try it out. But more often than not, they want to look like themselves and not an imposter. So what I did there, I just added a matte highlight underneath her brow, on her brow bone. And now I'm going to use more of a medium color in her, what is that called?
Crease.
In her crease, sorry.
No, you're fine.
Now I'm going to use a NARS pencil stick. It's shimmery, but not so shimmery, especially when I blend it out. I'm going to put it all over her lid and blend it out with my ring finger. So is wedding planning for you stressful as of yet?
No,
No.
I haven't started yet.
Still no starting?
Still no start.
Oh man. So now after I applied my base of the chubby stick, I'm applying a champagne colored shadow all over. And this is just going to provide that small pop that brides usually want. And I'm using a flat brush for that. Perfect. So now we've pretty much finished the eye. We're going to move on to the face or your complexion. I'm going to be using a smoothing primer, and I'm going to apply it with my hands just so it melts more evenly onto the skin.
What primer do you like to use for brides?
I love using the Urban Decay smoothing primer. Just Urban Decay in general, I feel. And Makeup Forever, those two I think are the best.
For primers?
For brides. As in their products. So their primers are great for because your main thing is not only looking good in person but also in pictures. And I feel those two brands are great for pictures. Okay, great. You've got beautiful skin, miss.
Stop it!
You do. You definitely do. I'm going to be using a mixture of two Makeup Forever foundations. I usually like to mix different colors just to have the appropriate foundation color. You've got a little bit of a tan, do you? No?
Probably. Still left over from Mexico.
Yeah, because I see it here more towards your hairline. So for the initial application, I like to do it with my ring finger. Again, just so it melts in better. And I always like to start from the center of the face outwards, just because nothing is worse than a line of demarcation. And then with the stark contrast of the white dress, it just doesn't look good.
So they have to be in their dress?
No. Just, I'm saying when they put on the dress, then that's when you see it more, because it's this color, you're not colored than the dress color. Okay, so I'm just going to color correct underneath the eye, just to give a brighter look. Look up for me, please. And I'm only going to focus on the inner corner, because there really isn't no darkness. There isn't any over there. So no reason to correct where there is no correction needed. And again, with the concealer, I love to mix together 2 different concealers to get the right color.
That's so cool. You just know like what colors to mix. That's awesome.
It's fun. It's like being like a mixologist for makeup. Look up for me, please.
Do you do the whole baking technique?
I don't really bake, especially if the wedding is at night and if the bride wants to look more natural, just because with flash photography, which is granted at night, it won't look very natural. But for that bride who wants like that full glam, I don't want to look like myself, I want a whole different look, then yeah.
Do they see that though?
Yeah, no, they do. Like, I don't want to look myself.
Yeah. They say like they want to look like
someone else.
Someone else?
Yeah, most definitely, yeah. And also for the concealer also, so for the bride who wants to look more natural, I'm not going to use that super light colored concealer. I'm going to go with something a little closer to their skin tone. So now with a little bit of setting powder by Laura Mercier, which is my favorite because this looks amazing in pictures. Do you use the setting powder?
I have like the little.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. Have you used any other ones?
No.
I haven't either.
No.
I'm scared. And just to sculpt out your face just a smidge for the pictures, turn your face a little this way. Oh, actually, turn your face a little this way. I start from this little part in the ear. I should know what that part is, but I don't.
She just tickled my ear. Like, what is she touching there? That's funny. Oh my god. Okay, so
I start there, and then I kind of swoop towards the nose. But the important thing is I don't go back and forth because that's just going to make it look like a smudged line of not so goodness.
So there is no need to do the whole kissy face, like.
No, there isn't, because if you think about it, you're not going to be kissing in every single picture, right? You're not going to be doing the kissy face, so your face changes with every movement. So it's just better that you have a nice neutral face for every makeup application. And I also like to go upwards too, just to give the effect of the cheek lifting. And I'll do the same thing on this side. I mean, it's just not fair. You have like the perfect facial features. Like, why is this even so easy like this?
Thank you.
No problem. And again, I always like to go back with the Beauty Blender with the excess foundation powder that I have and just blend everything out again. And with whatever is left on my brush, I'm just going to do on the sides of the nose for a very light contour. But Shayla has a perfect nose, so
Oh, stop it.
she doesn't need any of this. Now with a puffier brush, I'm just going to take a smidge of blush on the corner of it. I don't know if you can see.
No, but show the blush that you're using.
This blush is more of a neutral, so if you put it against a yellow, it's not going to be so yellow, but if you put it against a red, it's not going to be so, it's literally neutral. So it can go with any theme.
And what's the name of it?
This one is Tart Party. Yeah.
Nice.
And for a more romantic look, I'm going to focus on the cheeks, the balls of your cheeks. So the contour, it's kind of like, you know the white and black like peace sign? Like the circle?
Yes.
The yin yang.
Yes.
So contour is the black, which goes this way, and then the blush is the white part, which goes the opposite way. So that's how I always explain it.
To visualize it and remember it.
And again, my favorite best friend right here, Beauty Blender, just blending away. So I'm going to take a brown liner and very gently, look up for me please. I'm going to place it as close to her bottom lashes as possible. And I'm using a brush to do it, so it's very natural looking. Almost like her own lashes are creating that shadow.
Why would you use brown instead of black?
Because for this look, you want more of a natural look that looks more like you. If I used black, it would be way too harsh.
Too intense.
Yeah, I would use black for the bride who tells me that she doesn't want to look like herself. The bride who wants that dark smoky. And then I'm going to set that liner, because whatever you do in a cream, you want to set in a powder so it lasts all day. Oops, sorry. Sorry. And then a lip that is going to bring out her natural color. Kind of like a bitten lip. Have you ever bitten your lip and you're like, oh, I really like that color, or took off your lipstick and it's just a wash of color?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I really like using a liquid lipstick, but very little bit of it with a lip brush, because it gives that same effect. You have such beautiful full lips. You have such pretty features.
Thank you,
Gosh.
Jeanette.
It's just not fair.
I paid her, guys, to tell me all these compliments. Oh my God. Thank you.
No problem. We're going to frame her face with a brow, filling in her brow, not with just one brow. And I'm using a brow powder just because that's the most natural looking mode. You have very full brows, so I'm just going to focus on the outer corner.
I have some sparse areas too. Would powder be good for the nervous bride that sweats a lot, or would you use something else?
Maybe
a pomade.
Yeah, right. Maybe a pomade, but I would use that very, very sparingly.
And what are some beauty products that the bride or the bridesmaid should have in handy to reapply?
Just the lipstick.
Just the lipstick?
Really, just the lipstick, I feel like. As long as I set them with a good setting powder or setting spray, depending on their skin type, and they have a nice primer underneath. They should be set all day, but what I can't control is what you're going to be eating and drinking, so that's why you should always have your own lip color. So you can reapply. Well, your bridesmaids or your maid of honor. Right. Perfect.
I get a little paranoid with it.
Do you want to do it?
I'll do it.
Okay. So for those clients who get more paranoid, I let them do it. It happens. No problem. So she's wiggling, which is very good for getting in between each lash.
And then I like to tilt my head instead of like pushing out my eyebrows.
Right, no, I agree.
Premature wrinkles. When was the last time? I messed up right there. But
so the trick with that, if you get lashes, a mascara on your shadow, you let it dry off, and then with a spoolie with nothing on it, you just
or
take
a
it off.
Q-tip, right?
Or well, Q-tip's gonna like smudge it. With a spoolie, it's just gonna flake it off.
All right. Do you do bottom lashes too? Yeah.
Because especially in pictures, whatever you have in person is gonna look way less in pictures. So. That highlight, if you want it, I would ask if you wanted it, and if you did, I would. Yeah.
I love some highlight.
Is that your thing?
I love highlight, yeah. Not too crazy, not like too much, but.
I love this highlighter by Urban Decay. It's like slept on because everyone likes the Becca. I love the Becca Opal also, but this one in pictures, it just looks so nice.
It reminds me of the MAC.
Yes.
What's the name of it?
Whisper of Guilt. Is that the one you're thinking of?
No. I have it in my jar. I forgot the name of it. Soft and Gentle. That's what
it is. Yes.
Made my head hurt trying to think so hard of the name.
So pretty. Alright. And I love adding it right here. I think this looks so cute. So romantic. Like, come kiss me.
Put my hair down. Maybe let's do this after I get my makeup done or when I do, because it just pulls the whole look together.
Right, no, I agree completely.
Okay, so this is, I love it. It looks like me, just very simple and glowy, which is what I wanted. Thank
Good,
you
no
so
problem.
much. Yeah, Jeanette. Ta-da.